figure this out. Okay, so it says enter the values in the table as decimals. That just means use like 1.0. Um, and so if we just plug in 1 here, then 1 squared is just 1 times 0.5 is going to give you 0.5. So it's going to give us, let's just start from the beginning, 0.5 x squared. How do you do squared on here? There's that little symbol. Oh, there it is. Squared minus x plus 2. Okay. So all that is equal to y. So we want to figure out the value of y for all these different values of x. So if we just have that 1.0, so it's going to be 0.5 times 1.0, which it doesn't matter. You can just put it as 1 squared minus 1 plus 2. Okay. So remember, you have an order of precedence. You're always going to do your multiplication and stuff first. So let's work this out. And so y equals, and it's going to be 1 squared is just 1, because it's 1 times 1, right? So it's just 1 times 0.5. Well, anything times 1 is just itself. So that's going to leave us 0.5 minus 1 plus 2. Okay. So if you combine -1 and +2, you end up with y equals 5 plus 1, right? -1 plus 2, or the same thing as 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, so that's going to be y is equal to 1.5, 1 plus 0.5, 5. So that means this one is 1.5. Okay, and so let's try 2. And our value is going to grow fast because we have this x squared. So the value for y here is going to be much larger than 1.5. So if we start from the beginning, plug in 2 here, 2, and then you can just work this on the calculator. Just keep on working it on a calculator here. Actually, let's use a Google calculator. So we want to put this in there. Probably just paste it in there just like this. There ought to be a calculator somewhere. Let's see this one, but you can just paste that in there. Yeah, see how it comes out just like we wanted. Um, and then equals 2. Okay, so it wasn't much larger than the last one. Let's make sure we got our first one right. So let's do it again. We'll put the 1 back in. Should be the 1.5, right? Okay. And then we plug in with the 2, and we get 2. Okay, so okay, so we got to put everything in decimal form. So it's just going to be 2.0. And let's do the same. We're just going to go up 1 each time. 3.0. Okay, so now we go back to our calculator. Plug it back in. Let's make this small and bring this up at the same time. Okay, so plug in our 3 and 3. So being bigger here. So it was 3.5. Four, 6, 6. Okay. And 5. Okay, 19.5. Okay. All right. And so let's see if this answers the question here. So everything's in decimal form. Okay. So it was correct. Okay. So go to the next one. Okay. So let's see if the question is exactly the same. It says, create a table with at least 5 different points in it from the function, okay, into the values in the table as decimals, okay? And so it's exactly the same as the last one. Okay, so we can't copy it directly, but we can come back to our calculator. And by the way, the calculator is here. I'm going to put it in the note. All right, so you can just click on that. So, okay, we'll come back here, right? And just type it in. So we're going to want to type it in just how it shows on the screen here. So make it small so I can get it right up to where we can copy it. Okay, so I'm just going to copy just digit for digit up there. So negative 0.5. I'm just going to put some brackets here. And then if you want to raise something to the second power, you got to use that little shift 6. It's a little up arrow 2, right? So you see it's kind of building the expression up here, which is what we want. See, anytime it's showing times, but you can express this by just doing 0.5x, just like what they've done up here. So it's the same still. And then you do minus 3x. Okay. So you want to put 3x, they put 3 times x here. Plus 3. Okay. So expression. Now x is just some number, right? Just whatever number we want to make up to represent x, and then we're going to find the corresponding value for y. And so we're just going to use the same numbers we used last time. 1.0, G.0, 3.0, 4.0. Okay. Now, we start solving these. I'm just going to copy what I have here. Just copy it onto my clipboard, Control C, and I'm just going to fill in the x values each time. 1.0. And this one, I can't do like 1.0 like that because it becomes 31. Actually, my expression should have been this. That way I can copy it and I can just fill in the x values every time. So let me just leave my expression like this. Okay. And so start from the beginning. 1.0 and 1.0. Okay. It equals negative 0.5. So we're going to put negative 0.5. It has on the answer here. Okay, now what I have on my clipboard, I just paste it back in there. And I'm just going to put in 2. You don't have to put the .0. It doesn't make any difference. 2 there, and then it's going to give me a negative 5. So this one's changing a little faster than the last one. You can see we jumped from 0.5. We jumped from negative 0.5 to 5, and this next one's going to make a big jump too of that. So we do 3. Okay, and then negative 10, 0.5, negative 10, 0.5. Okay, paste it back in there. 4. Negative 17. 2, 5. And give us negative 24.5. 6. That's right. Okay. Okay. So this one, let's see what it says. Okay. Graph below is a function of x. Okay. Create a table of values for the function, estimating their values to the nearest 0.5. Enter at least 5 different points. Okay. So you can see some of them. So, I mean, you can just put in each point that you actually see where it's hitting the intersection. Just put those in, you know, like here, like you can, I mean, where you can see that it's touching the grid. I mean, you know the point where it's touching the grid. So like right here, you can see it's 1, 1. Over here, you can see that another point would be x is 2 and y is 3. Okay. Another point you can see is that x is 3, y is 5, and so on. So you just keep finding these points until you fill in this grid. Okay. And I'm guessing that the next question after this one is going to be similar to this. So try to work this one out and see what you come up with. The next one's probably going to be similar to this. Okay. If it's another one of those questions like the first one, you know how to work that out. So let's see if you can finish this one up.